press conference, but I need it also on this camera, so I will ask the question again, so don't wanna.
Hier ist ein Mikrofon.
Ja, alles gut, Verzeihung.
Okay, wir wären soweit.
Yeah.
We are rolling.
Francis Lawrence, I'm so amazed by this movie because it felt so good watching this and getting back to Panem, and congratulations to the movie.
Thank you.
Well done. And the chemistry between Tom and Rachel is absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing. So how did it come together that you cast Rachel and Tom for this role?
Yeah, I mean, Rachel's one of the first people that I spoke to in this process. I mean, I had seen her in West Side Story. I knew she would be the perfect Lucy Gray. And so I organized a meeting with her. I was in London doing a score for a movie. She had just gotten to London and was starting to prep to do a movie. And we got together for, I think 4 hours or something in a restaurant and had a chat about the book and about the character and about the music and, just about a lot of things. But I just knew she was going to be perfect. And, we also need somebody who can be an amazing actor, but also somebody who can sing, and she's an incredible singer. Tom kind of came out of the blue for me. I was not familiar with his work, and I was on a train in Germany scouting, and his audition tape came through, and I looked at it, and he kind of blew everybody out of the water. Physically, I thought he was perfect. I could see I could see how this guy could turn into Donald Sutherland with his big blue eyes. But he's an amazing actor. He's Juilliard trained. I knew that he was going to be able to portray every sort of emotional facet of this character journey perfectly, but he also has like a sophistication and an intelligence to him that also, to me, connects to Donald Sutherland. So then once I had those two people, I wanted to make sure that they had chemistry, and so we were all in different places. Tom was in New York, and Rachel was in London, and I was now in France, and we organized a Zoom, and I asked Rachel to sing an a cappella version of Wildwood Flower, which is sort of music that fits kind of tonally with the music from our movie, and sing to him because I just wanted to see him watch her sing and her sing to him. And so we did that, and we did one scene, and we just kind of knew, like, okay, this is going to be perfect. They're going to be great together.
And there are so many great locations, because I'm so proud that it's all shot in Germany, nearly, until the Poland thing. But finding these locations in Duisburg or in Berlin, so how long does it take? And how fascinated are you maybe from these locations? Because I think there are some specific things that maybe don't have in the US or in other countries.
Yeah, I mean, very early on, I had a very specific idea of what I wanted this movie to look like. And I started to work with Uli Hanisch, and this is our first time working together. And we did a research period where we talked about what we thought the world should look like and what our reference points were for the world. And then he started to do research around the world of, like, where can we find these locations that sort of feel like the world of Panem that we want. And we discovered one specific place, which became our arena, which is in Wrocław, Poland. But primarily everything else was going to be in Berlin and other parts of Germany. So we decided we're going to be based in Berlin. We're going to shoot most of the movie in Berlin on locations. We're going to do some of our District 12 work in Western Germany, like in Duisburg and Dusseldorf and around Cologne, and the arena in Wrocław. But it was really because we wanted to shoot location-based, and we found all these amazing locations here that just don't exist anywhere else.
Okay, and did you have maybe some special memories to Duisburg? Because I'm living near close and I love this location. I use it very often for photo shootings and so on. And Landschaftspark Nord, is it called? It's amazing. It's stunning. Yeah,
no, I was kind of blown away because, when we shot the other Hunger Games movies, when I did Catching Fire and I did The Mockingjays, primarily we were shooting in Atlanta. And Atlanta was great in many, many ways. It's a great city to live in. But when it came to District 12 locations, it was very limiting because we were shooting in these sort of old train yards, and there's not much size and much scope to any of these places. And Uli, who's also sort of from an area not too far from Duisburg, was very, very familiar with these amazing locations. And so he took us out there. And I couldn't believe just the scope and the scale and being able to get inside these buildings and up in the towers and underground. And so there was so much to do there. But also because the city had turned it into a park, they had made everything safe. Because, usually you find these abandoned places and they're filled with asbestos and poison and lead and whatever, and you know, they're just not safe to bring crews into, but this place had been made safe, so it was an unbelievable location.
Okay, and what is your most fun memory from the shooting of this movie? Did you maybe have some nice day on set where some amazing things, humbling things happening, or some other cool stuff that you can tell us from behind the scenes?
I think, you know, for the most part, we had fun all the time. I think, you know, usually, like, if I think back, one of my favorite days, there's a scene toward the end of the movie where we're in the forest, and it's a performance-based scene, and it's with snow, and you see him. That's where you really see him sort of turn dark and change. And I loved it. This was in the countryside in Poland, and it was still summer, and it was a beautiful day. But also just his performance, I thought, was stunning. And so, like, when you feel like you're shooting an amazing performance and you're capturing something pretty magical, and you're in this sort of beautiful place, that was a great day and a great memory for me.
And maybe some weird things happened, or some strange things, because at a production of this scale?
I'm trying to think. I don't think there's, like, not that, like, I don't have that many funny stories or anecdotes or anything about this.
Okay. And your favorite moment with Rachel on set?
Honestly, probably anytime she sings. You know, it was, like, always really fun to do these days where she's singing. It might be the first time she sang. There's a moment in the arena when she's being sort of covered with snakes, and it was the first time that she sang during the shooting, and she did it live. And it's just to hear her sing live is pretty amazing, but then to sort of incorporate the emotion of the scene into the song too. And you're not just singing a song, but you're singing it because you're, like, scared and you're defiant, and to bring that energy into it. And also it took place in Centennial Hall, the arena in Poland, so it had that natural sort of reverb sound, and I think, you know, it was very moving to see her sing that.
And on the end credits, I see there is some kind of snake handler or snake carer in the credits. So did you work with real snakes, or was it just CGI and the snakes were just a reference? Especially
No,
with
both.
Rachel scenes.
No, so we had real snakes on set at times, and digital snakes as well. So it was both. Sometimes when you see snakes in the movie, they're real.
Okay.
And sometimes when you see them, they are not.
And the scene where Rachel is the last tribute and she has some snakes around the body?
Yeah.
Fake or real?
That was all digital.
Oh, okay.
Yes. No, but there's a scene with her by the lake where she's holding a real snake, and she's also holding a real snake in the beginning of the movie. And then we also always had some snake references that were around. So, like, in the forest, and snake references, you know, for the tank, a lot of snake references.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great talking to you. See you at the red carpet.
Perfect.
And all the best for the coming out of the movie.
Thank you.
I hope it will be a big, big success.
Thank you.
Thank you.